Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. And yay, I found a primed canvas in my batch of primed canvases. I think it might be the last one. This is Deco-Art Americana 24 karat gold, which I like mixing with other colors, so I'm going to try some experimental moves. I want to have enough paint to cover my canvas, and then I want to scrape through it. I'm at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery in Spring Hill, Florida. Like I said, that was Deco-Art Americana 24 karat gold, I think. This is pink carnation. This is a real complete experiment. I could throw some cell activator on my spatula just to see what would happen. That might be a neat idea. This is jasmine. This is a primary element. That pink carnation is a Prizm pour. I'm being called to some orange crush, but then I really always appreciate that with the dancing fuchsia or the jasmine. I've got some sour lemon with hollyberry, and I've got some Tuscan sun standing by, but I think I'm going to indulge myself in a little bit of frosted berry because I know it'll add some moisture to the canvas, and the color will probably not affect much, and if I happen to get any highlights out of it, that's okay. I might just make a mess, but I'm pretty sure it'll be interesting. I'm hoping so. What have I not used? I haven't used the dancing fuchsia. I'm thinking water lily and periwinkle. And I don't know that that orange is going to be a good idea with the purple, so I may have made a mistake already. Let's go for the periwinkle. They're pretty colors right now. I'm really tempted by the cell activator. I haven't used any of the color I just threatened. I think I'm going to use a little bit of Tuscan Sun. Not sure where it's safest. Definitely not safe next to the purple. So, maybe I'm going to grab what? Purple cell activator? I could grab turquoise cell activator. I need to think about this for a second. I really would love the cobalt, but I think it would turn the yellow green. I've got black. I've got gold. Why don't I use the gold? I don't think the gold can hurt anything. It may just disappear. I've got orange too. That might be an even better idea. Maybe both the orange, which is a Pebbio. Both are breathing, well, to a point. I like to leave the little tabs on the top in case anybody ever wonders why I don't clean them off when I'm done. If the tabs are on the top when I start, then I know they've been sealed up. I've also got Dancing Fuchsia cell activator, which may come in handy. Let's go from the side. Wipe things off on the bottom. I'm going to grab the Dancing Fuchsia, and I'm going to continue to get rid of the paint on my spatula first. I might even be tempted to wipe it off. I need a bright blue cell activator. That's what I need. Like the blue flame that I usually use. I probably should have put some Chantilly lace in here too. If the paint's heavy enough, wow, I can probably tip. I'm beginning to think maybe I can get away with black. I know I could have got away with white, but I'm loving the color combination and the striations. I think black will make it really, really dynamic. But by the same token, I could try I could try the purple too. I'm gonna play it safe. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm gonna add a little purple and see what happens. Alright, the purple didn't hurt my feelings. I'm thinking purple and Dancing Fuchsia might be a really good combination. If I don't overwork the purple with the orange, then I won't have a problem. I still want turquoise. Maybe I'll just do a few areas. I don't know, this is all totally an experiment. I'm going to wipe off my spatula. Tip everything down for a minute. I'm really liking how the purple looked. I'm thinking purple and turquoise, and maybe I'm nuts. Purple, turquoise, and Dancing Fuchsia. It's the Cobalt Turquoise, which is Atelier. The purple is from Modern Masters, and gosh, I don't have any idea how old it is. And going against the grain was just a last second choice. I've got a hair in my painting, a long one too. I'm just going to keep following suit. Now that's kind of cool that I have some one way and some the other, and I could probably play that to my advantage. The turquoise is obviously awesome when you can get it to show up, but I'm not certain that that's going to be how this works out. I don't like the slash I put in there. And I think I am going to go ahead and risk everything. Boy, it sounds terrible when I say it like that. I'm going to get a lot more spatula surface covered than I want on that painting. But I love how the turquoise is. I might try a straw. I I can lay my hands on one and hope it's decent. I'd really like that turquoise to stay there. I'm tempted to use my little rubber brushes. Getting some beautiful colors. I really intended, I swear I intended on removing paint with tools. And I just can't bring myself to do it. It's too pretty the way it is. I'm going to take my residuals and put them on the edge where the canvas is looking a little thin. And then I'm going to go back and grab the Dancing Fuchsia. And the turquoise. It's a subtle pattern, but it would look beautiful on fabric. And it might be something I use in the future for some sort of landscape. I'm tempted to take a little bit of a little bit of the cobalt turquoise, just use it to paint with. Because I don't want to put a whole lot in. I don't really want to have to swipe it. Didn't actually look like it belonged. That's so pretty. I want some alizarin rose, which is a vivid intense. I actually thought about putting some white in. I don't know what will happen with the alizarin rose as an afterthought. Liking my cells, I wish they'd stay. Kind of makes me want to do more, but I'm dubious as to whether I'll hurt the whole. I'll change what I've got that I like. I am going to use some more cell activator. I'm just feeling that brazen. But I'm going to thin some of it away. Really light touch. And where do I need paint? Right there. Try and fake it. Good thing I use GAC 800 by Golden in all of my paint mixtures because I think I'm going to need it. I'm thinking a little more Dancing Fuchsia. And then I'm going to call it good, and I'll do something else with my edges after. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I don't know if you can even see how pretty that is. Good use of cell activator, colored cell activator. But it's been sitting in my studio for a long time, and I have a pan of colors I'll list under the video. I kind of want to bring them right up to the top. And I could use one of my silicone rubber brushes, or you could use a card. But I'm going to try and add some things. I hope I don't ruin it, because I really liked how it was. But I think if I work at it a little bit, it'll probably become more interesting as I go. I live in hope. There are lots of things I'd like to save. There's never a time when I can't add flowers to the top of what looks to be stems. And I've done something similar in the past, but only once. I thought about putting black stems over, you know, like shadow, silhouette. But I have this paint, so I'm willing to use it. And I'm kind of liking how it's turning out anyway. I might still do something in the way of flowers at the top. I suppose at some point in time I ought to wipe off my tool because I haven't yet. You can either dab or you can pull across a little bit to make it a little wider, which I wish I had not done right then. But that's not impossible to fix. By using a rubber brush or one of my nail art tools, which is missing in action at the moment. I think it's time to turn this pan to the other side and maybe even wipe it off. The tool, I mean. Just to get a nice fresh start. I might use dots. I should probably fast forward through the rest of this to tell you the truth. I always like the background. I'm liking how much the background is still staying intact. Oops. That wasn't good. Fortunately, everything's nice and dry. Gotta make sure I don't do that again. Make sure my dollops of my dips aren't too big. And that I don't stick my finger in the painting. I think I'm just going to take one of my rubber brushes and spread out some petal shapes. See how that works. Let's try that right now. With one of my smaller... I found my smaller brushes. Yay. I have... The numbers are gone. I was going to tell you what they were, but I can't. I'll try. Avoid the green at the top, I guess. Try and pick colors that will stand out on the background, which might be difficult because they're all pretty much the same colors. That was cool. That taught me a lesson. Go ahead and make some funky shapes is what it taught me. Probably going to still put some dots in. I'm thinking they might be white. Maybe. Oh, I put green. Well, that's okay, because I can always put green somewhere else. can make little shoots at the bottom if I wanted to. I kind of like that. And the wider the top are, the more they look like leaves. And if my tool happens to split the leaves, all the better. Leaves are grass. I guess grass are leaves. They don't have to make any sense, these shapes, which is a good thing because they're really not. I can keep adding to them until I'm happy. I can actually pick and choose my colors if I look. Oh, that was a mistake. Glad I put that snapdragon in there. try the white, and then I'm thinking maybe dark purple or Snapdragon. There's the Snapdragon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you watch longer or watch some of the commercials or make a comment, those things are all super helpful to me. My creative playlists are on my YouTube channel. And if you go to my YouTube channel banner, you'll find the PayPal icon. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links on my link tree. My community board will show you tomorrow's videos. If you have questions or you want the paint pouring recipe, ask me questions, it will. The paint pouring recipe is below Show More. When you click Show More, you're going to find my email address. Thank you for everything. Shop my Amazon link, please. You can buy anything you want from there. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, volumes 1 and 2. Thank you again for being here. I love you guys dearly. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye for now. Priscilla out.